Hello, everyone. Author DL Tiller here, the Mistress of Horror. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here today to do a little writing, chat a little bit if anyone is here for the live, or of course, you can always ask questions in the comment section later for the replay. I'm probably going to be working on Room Within 2, which is just the sequel to Room Within 1. It's called Trapped Within. I spoke about it quite a while before. If you've been following my channel, then you already know about this, of course. And it's pretty much done, but I do want to clean it up some before I do some self edits on it because it is slated to come out next year. And it is another short portion of it. I may also do a combination or I should say a complete set of it with the first one. The first one is out already. So I'm thinking about releasing it as a whole. You know, that might be a sign. I may do that. So we'll see what happens. But I might release it as part 2, the sequel, and then also release it as a one book set for people who hadn't purchased the first one. And ASD, thank you. But yeah, I'm just gonna be working on that. So clean that up a little back going through. It's not a lot to do on it. I'm only probably gonna be here for about an hour and a half or so. Just working on that. And I may talk a little about Caliostro. You see I have it here in the background. And that's the hardback, the paperback, and then there's 2 versions of the paperback. There's the Amazon hardback and then the Barnes & Noble press version of the hardback and then the paperback. So when it releases on Thursday this week coming, December 5th, which is also my 40th birthday. So my live stream link is already on my channel here if you want to join in. If you want to be included in the giveaway at the end of the stream, you do need to put in the comment section on any of my videos that I put out since I mentioned it, giveaway, because I always see all my comments and I will put your name in the pot for the drawing. If you don't, then I can't include you. But there will be small giveaways throughout the live stream when we do the games, the little mini games throughout, or the questionnaires or whatever during the stream. And you can win some of my other stuff, maybe a copy of Room Within, Fractals, or Thorns in My Heart. Maybe even get a head start on one of the short stories is in the back of Caliostro, which is La Draga. So I might possibly give out some digital copies of La Draga. But yeah, so if you are able to come, then you could get involved in winning something. And again, put giveaway in any of the comments, whether that be on this live stream, on the giveaway video announcement of the live stream, on my book trailer. You could do that as well, and I'll see it. If you're on my other socials, Instagram or TikTok, I've actually got some people's names from there. You could put giveaway on my videos related to Caliostro, and I'll put your name in the pot. Let's see. Well, of course you did. You always manage to write these crazy numbers, SD, for real. 130 words for there are no NaNoWriMo because right now we're doing NaNoWriMo this year, and Dragon Novel Writing Month. Yeah. Oh, I like that. I like that abbreviation of that. 130K. Whew, be still my heart. That won't ever be me. Yeah, I feel that, right? Taking a break. Oh yeah, doing admin, that's tough stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I can't wait for the party. I ordered myself a cake for my birthday, which I haven't done in years. It's going to be a 8-inch Nightmare Before Christmas themed cake because I'm off, so of course it had to be something dark. And I'll be having a piece of that live. So it should be fun. I have some fun things gathered and a few guests that should make it, and hopefully we'll have a decent amount of people in the chat. That would be cool. And the book releases. I was actually on Discord today, on Dale L. Roberts' Discord, just chatting up with a few of the other writers over there. If you haven't joined Dale's Discord, you should definitely do that because it's a lot of people informed over there. If you can't get Dale, it's a lot of cool people over there to talk to. And I was just trying to decide when I should press the publish button for the paperback and the hardback. That's always something we have to deal with if we want to publish directly to KDP and it's a paperback or hardback, because they don't let you do pre-orders for those, and it could take up to 72 hours for it to go live. So I was just trying to play with like, when should I press the button, because sometimes they'll just do it in 24 hours, or they can do it in 16 hours or whatever. And I have not released a large size book before, so I wasn't sure if that was a difference to that. So the only thing I've released was Rolling Thin Fractals and my Thorns in My Heart poetry collection, but they all are small. Thorns in My Heart is the biggest thing I've released to the public, which was 120 pages. And then Rolling Thin was like, I don't know, 18 pages, and I think Fractals was a little bit more than that. So I was like, I think I'll just press it on Tuesday. That should give me enough time just in case, like, hey, Joe, nice to see you. Thank you. I'm hitting Big 4-0. It's a big deal. I can't keep up with everything with Discord. And so, yeah, you do write too much. Like, what's going on? Say, don't know if you know my strategy paperbacks. I don't know your strategy. I don't think you've ever told me. I mean, like I said, I'll listen to what anybody has to say. Try to make up my mind what I'm going to do. As he said, I always hit the go button on Amazon and tell my ARC team to go leave their reviews. That way, when the ebook goes live, it has a ton of reviews already. Oh, that's smart. That's smart. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could do that, because I know ED has already released the video review, which he'll put the written review up once it's live. Some of the people from my Kickstarter, like Joe here, maybe, I don't know who be finished reading it. You know what I mean? I think David Reviews, he may be finished because he knows that it releases on the 5th. So if it does, then that could always work. So I was going to press it Tuesday, and then I figure if it goes out early, it does. And if it's live, then I could just get my ARC readers to do that. But see, my situation is a little odd because Caliostro had the ARC team and beta readers and all that stuff. I did it kind of like a while ago. And so I'd have to reach back out to those people. My ARC team, to me, honestly, kind of failed. I don't have any of the services like Dale has. What's the one? Story Origins that I really want to get, because that seems to have a really good system way to set up for your ARC readers. I believe that would just be better organized. I had like 20 ARC readers, and people are not the most reliable to finish books, even when it's on our team set. And I think I finished with maybe 4 or 5 people, I want to say from memory right now. They're in a group, my ARC team group. And I guess maybe, it was a while ago, like we talk about almost a year at this point. If they will remember the book. And so I will hit them up, of course, and see if they will leave a review. I did apply for that one new one that Dale talked about, get authentic reviews. And I have points saved up for that to request some reviews, and people have to go buy the book and then read it. But those probably wouldn't come in for Caliostro's story itself, without counting the short stories and the novella that's in the back, is about, I think, I want to say about 200 pages for the story by itself. So I don't know how long it would take some people. I'm a speed reader a lot of times, so I could finish something if my schedule permits, but everybody's different. So I really don't know when those type of reviews will come in. I think I only have enough points to like 1 or 2 requests anyway on that. It'd be nice if I can get like 10, like the first week. That would be cool, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I will be reaching out to the 2 ARC readers that I had. Hopefully some of the Kickstarter people, but like the Kickstarter thing, I could go on and on for that. I'm not sure how reliable that's going to be, even though I had about 18 people who backed it, far as people who wanted to back it without, with a reward. So I don't expect to necessarily see most of those for a while. Some of the physical print people got it, later than they could have gotten it because, shipping and all that and printing. So I'm not necessarily expecting. That was kind of my plan. That was my marketing plan as far as getting my reviews. Like I did the Kickstarter, it helped the book release, and it could be some people who have already read it. That was the plan, but it doesn't always work out the way you want, unfortunately. So I was trying to getting some reviews quickly. If you have a good newsletter, got the idea from yeah, I have only about 20. I want to say 24 people that subscribe to my newsletter so far. But it's kind of like I'm not sure. They know it's coming out. I did release the newsletter. Comes out the 4th Monday of the month, so it's just like a week or two ago. So they know it's coming out. So I suspect that most of them will be interested in getting it. So I'm 100 pages into college. Unfortunately, I'm pretty slow. Actually, you're not too far from the end, Joe. I think it's if you got the hardback, and I can't remember if you got the hardback or the paperback, because I think the paperback, because it's thicker clearly because pages are smaller. Let me see what Caliostro itself ends in here. I think the paperback has it sitting there about 279. So you still got about 179-ish pages to go. But no, whenever you finish, I'm not rushing people. I'm totally cool with whenever. I mean, we all need reviews, of course, but you can't always expect people to do that, even once they finish the book. But it's really nice when they do. But yeah, I appreciate you even backing the Kickstarter and getting the book and reading it. So yeah. I find you can also use it with your Kickstarter people in your community tab. Yeah. Yep. Yes, you are. Cool. Oh, that's cool. There's so many services out there nowadays, like it's crazy amount. I actually was able to get, and I think we'll do the first sprint in about a minute or two. I was actually able to get the publisher rocket. I did it. And they was talking about their Black Friday because it's like the one-time price and they had a deal on it. So I got it. Okay. So I'm learning. I've just started trying to learn it so I could utilize it. Hopefully I'm still going to use it this week for Caliostro. But I don't, good thing Dale has a lot of videos. I'll be looking at some of his videos. They have tutorials and stuff. So I'm going to be looking at that stuff to try to make sure I help Caliostro launch and going forward be, the best it can with my budget. But so I did get that. And I actually recently, because I make my own covers besides the cover for Caliostro series will be done by the artist that I had chose. But all my other book covers will be done by me. So I've been, in practice for like 2 years now. And I recently just got, while Black Friday was going on, Affinity, which is alternative to Adobe's Photoshop, of course. So I got that, which looks really promising because I needed something I could edit the fonts with and do different styles of covers with, more stylizations than just the basic stuff that I could do with what I had. So I'll be working on that stuff coming up. But yeah, that's where I am. So if anybody have any questions about Caliostro, please do ask away. I will answer any questions in the comment section. Let's do a warm-up sprint for 15 minutes. And then when we come back, we could chat a little bit. Let me get the banner up so people will know, because I'll probably have my camera asleep. Save that. So whatever you're working on, just go ahead and work on that while we're doing that. CSD left a link. Hold out. Check out your Kindlepreneur. Yeah, I go in there a lot. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll look at that. I've been doing a lot of my own cover stuff for the main series. Yeah. Yep. I've gotten really good at it. Right. That's what they say. But I'm gonna try. I like Infinity. There's a lot of videos on Infinity too, so I'm learning that new Photoshop system. So, because I used to have Adobe Create Studio, but I had to cut back some because I was paying it monthly, and it was like $30 a month. So, I wanted something that I purchased and I have. You know, everybody turned to services, and it's a little like, yeah, I'm a little. So yeah, I'll see what happens with that. I think it's very promising. It could do exactly what I need it to do. So, because I do a lot of object and object and text typo covers. So I'm going to do that and do manipulation based stuff. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump on the first sprint. Whatever you're working on, whether that's watching something, reading something, or just working on logistics, that's cool. And I will see you in 15 minutes. And that's time. La la la. If you are working on anything, so have me be in the chat. Let me know what you're working on. If you already told me, which is SD, then I know what she's up to. Good. That's always a plus. Sign up time. I'm like, oh man, it's already Sunday. No. I only have the weekend off ever. And that's only off of my regular 9 to 3. Because I work my own cleaning business, so I'm usually done by 3. Sometimes I have late days until like 4. But it just doesn't feel like you're off when you have just Saturday and Sunday. Because I have all my other business stuff to do. And, I'm a homeschool mom. So technically, when I get home after work, I have to, teach my daughter and then catch up on my author stuff that I'm trying to do and/or learn because there's a lot of stuff to learn. And Joe said, laundry got work clothes out of the dryer. Hey, laundry is, I don't like doing laundry. But I don't have to do laundry in my house. Thank God. But yeah, that's something. But yeah, I'm glad you got it done, Joe. Good job. Oh my goodness. SD, I am going to be submitting for AWC. I just have to finish I have the stuff together, but since it's a panel that I'm going to be presenting and put together, I was trying to, even though I know I don't have to get everybody in stone for it yet, but I still wanted to, try to get people lined up for it before I submit, which I will be submitting it soon. I have everything written up and everything like that. So I'm going to probably submit it soon anyway. But yeah, I know. Me, I like to try to get ahead of the game if I can, especially if something comes up and I'm super busy or whatever. So I probably will be submitting it in December. So I did talk to a few people that I want to have on the panel. I wanted to at least have like 5 people on this panel. It's a horror writers panel. And I think I do have like myself. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 other people. So I think that will be the 5. But I'm trying to make sure that I have a few other ones in mind just in case, just in case somebody has to pull out or something like that before the recording would be done. But yeah, so let's see what happens with that. But I'm still going to submit for it. And at worst, some of the panels may change before I, get it recorded or whatever. But that's how that works, though. But I think most of the people that have DefX already should be good because we can do the recording for it in advance and things. So, but yeah, I did write a few pages for that, so I didn't check my word count. But I got about 2 pages written, so that's about 600 something words, roughly. I have to do some rewrites on that one too, actually. Let's see. I don't know. So I'm not sure what I feel about the book launch. I feel weird this time, and because I don't know why. I guess maybe because it's the book, like my book baby, maybe. And I've been writing Caliostro. Well, I started writing Caliostro in 2010, so it's been a minute since it started, and it transitioned into what it is now. Because it started off as just a straight up vampire story, and it's not that now. It's so much more than that. But yeah, I'm not sure what I feel. Plus, I'm turning 40, so that's the thing. So I'm like trying to see what I feel. I'm kind of like blah. I almost feel like that's how I feel right now. I'm excited for the book release, but it's kind of like it's like a calm. I think because when I released Fractals, I think I had like a bit of a like type of thing. But like maybe because it's the 4th thing I'm releasing self-publishing wise, so maybe that's why I feel a little more calmer about it. Though I'm sure the calm won't stick because of you know, because once you're in it, then it's a different story. Because if you haven't released a book, then I'm not sure how, you feel, like it's a special type of feeling when you release a book, and then all the logistics that come along with that, especially when you talk about self-publishing. But in general, even if you traditionally, you still have to advertise yourself. There's a lot of before, and there's a lot of continuous after if you want your book to do well, books to do well. And I have proof of that with my short stories and things that I released are in book form. It's just, it's a lot. Not gonna lie. Oh, CJ. Cool. Please do write with us. I just came off a sprint. We'll be jumping back in another one here in a couple minutes. But yeah, there's so much. I think when you go purchase a book and you pick up that book or you buy the ebook, you really don't understand what just happens, like all the things that happen behind the scenes. Like, I don't think people will ever understand that, even if they, hear it, like to go through it. And of course, it's a labor of love. It's something we have to do, especially if we want our books to do well. But all the knowledge that you begin to hold just around this one thing in your life, because there's so many other aspects to your life that when I sit and talk to someone who is not a writer or author, they're like, whoa, they're like, whoa, every time. It's a lot. I'm like, yeah, it is a lot when you actually sit there and then just think about all the stuff you have to do. And, I'm not even talking about, like, if you're a author that makes their own covers, if you're an author who does their own formatting, if you're an author who does all the aspects of making the book. That's besides that. This is what I'm talking about, because we're talking about not even the drafting of the book, not even the self-editing or the editing of the book and things like that, but like the logistics behind helping your book sell, like the different ways of things that are out there, different programs that are out there, the different, things you could get in, the different free avenues that you could do. There's so much information to absorb, and then also then to weed through and decide what works best for you. And it's a lot because you're trying to figure out which way to go. You don't want to go the wrong way, but unfortunately, that's just how life is. Now we have to live and learn these things. But it is a lot. And when a book comes out, that means it's constant. If you want to do it, you got to be on it. And if you're not willing to be on it, and then you can't expect much. I mean, some people may get lucky with some crazy, but that's not the norm. That's not, you got to bust your, what to even make your book do anything, But that's the thing. See, what's crazy about everything we put into a book, and we charge like $4.99 for an ebook, but I pay my artist $500 for an EPUB, right? Though, like, if people just understood that, and there are people that complain about book prices. I think Caliostro is and the ebook is $5.99 across the board. Originally I was doing $7.99, but I think most of the places is $5.99, and there may be a few that's like out of this country that are $7.99 for the ebook. The paperback and the hardback are a whole nother nightmare of price, because they're set prices that you cannot go below, whether you want to or not, which I'm not sure some people realize. So if you want to even make anything on the paperback and hardback, you do have to, even if you just like, I'm gonna make $1 or something, right, per book. And you're like, okay, they want you to charge they want you to charge for the base, and that's not low enough for most people. Let's be honest, but that's nothing we can do about that. But all the money that goes into it, and yeah, I know exactly what I spent on this book. It was a lot. The cover artist alone, like I told everybody, I'm rather transparent with it. It doesn't bother me to tell people, but the cover alone cost me like $1,300. Granted, that particular cover artist is an artist for other things. He's an artist in general. He does cover art, character art, and he does art for a lot of like metal bands and things. And when I saw his art, I knew that was the person who had to do it. And I paid it over time for the cover. It was years ago now. And yeah, he did an amazing job. But he gave me covers for the ebook, the paperback, the hardback, the audiobook when I want to release it, the cover without any font or anything on it. So if I wanted to do anything, make posters, blah blah blah, and then he did that. He gave me the original whatever files for the thing to edit if you needed to. So I mean, it came with a bunch of digital file stuff. But yeah, well worth it for me. I probably won't ever do it for another series. Because like he's the one for this particular series, and I'm going to be doing a lot of my own covers. Plus, I have other artists that I do that's for like this smaller budget books. I call it that because this was a higher budget. So this is the cover right there, $1,300. My editor, I've had this book has had 2 professional edits. The first edit did not go well. Of course, it went through all my self edits and then beta readers and off readers. It's been through every professional stage there is. But then I had an editor, which I talked to Dale about this before too. I had an editor nightmare. My editor was not for me because she did not deliver on what she promised and what I've read of her work. I literally did research for sure. So much so I checked out who she had edited before. She was with a company. They were, out there. It's not like they were like, she was just a solo person. She had worked for a company. She did her own work on the side too. But I read some of the books that she edited. So it was like, okay. Like I felt that I was like ready. You know what I'm saying? But let me check the chat before I continue with that old spiel. I see that for a pick that won't really increase my sales because it's extra pieces. Right, exactly that. Because I have all that character art that I had created. That was a different artist who created that for me, and I paid for each one of those. So he's reasonably priced, but they were around like $87. The first time he gave me a deal, $87 for 2, and then I think it was like I want to say 60 something for the next 2. So that's still not too bad. So around a little over 200 and something for the 4 character arts that I had. Before that, I had character art done by another artist who was rather on the cheap side. So that was like $50 something for those 2 picks I have of Caliostro's old art. But yeah, so a couple $100 for that. Hey, you talking to Shannon? Hey, CJ. Yeah, I feel that. Hey, Andy. Good to see you. He said, yeah, I think my hardback for the latest book was 24 minimum. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, your books are beefy. Like, I listen. Yeah, for sure. Just to print it, so I had to change more to make a profit. And I'm like, I wouldn't want to pay that price. Yeah, a lot of people with that. Like, a lot of people feel that way. Really? But yeah, people don't want to pay that. That's not surprised. Except through Kickstarter, yeah. I mean, that's the ones I got back here. To do those. That's a pile of my hardback that's left for me to sell. That have Barnes and Noble. Only way to get my dust jacket, the dust jacket cover, is to buy it from me. Because I have that printed with Barnes and Noble Press. So that's where I'll be buying it from. Because again, of course, KDP does not offer that. This one is what the hardback from KDP will look like. Because again, it's not, that. So yeah, that's what that will look like. It doesn't look bad or anything, but of course the other one from Barnes Noble looks the dust jacket's really cool. I like dust jackets. But the only problem with the dust jacket is like there's nothing printed on the book itself. That's not a choice. I can't, if you publish books, that. Because I think one of my one of my backers got his copy, and he goes over everything, like the detail of the book and all that jazz. And he was talking about like there's nothing on the sides of the spine with the hardback, not the dust jacket part. And I think he was mentioning those details, and I'm like, that's not a choice. I can't. Even if I wanted to pay more, there was no option for me to do that. Barnes & Noble Press does not offer you option to print the name on the spine or pick the color of the book underneath or to print anything on that. You have to go through specialty companies like Bookball or Ceci, for instance. So when you get print on demand, that's kind of whatever they offer is what you get. And if you're talking about Barnes & Noble Press or KDP, they don't offer a lot of options for making the books look different. And I didn't go with one of those companies. They were very expensive. And I already know I was the first time published author on Kickstarter, which they always tell you not to be. But I still haven't had a somewhat of a small following. So that's also why mine was able to do decent for a first time book on Kickstarter. She said, surely it just ain't the people buying from me. That's funny. Really sell hard book format too, like rare, but I've had the odd ones. Yeah, I noticed some authors on KDP don't even bother like making a hardback. Like they don't bother because they know they don't sell because it costs a bit more. I think I have Caliostro from hardback on Amazon. It's going to be priced around $19.25, I think. That's kind of like the lowest I could go on it. So, and make like, I don't know if it's $1, something. But yeah, I mean, I don't expect necessarily, a lot of people don't necessarily buy hardbacks unless they're like fans, you know what I mean? I'm a fan of R.A. Salvatore, and I like the Dritz books that he releases. So I usually try to get the hardbacks because most of the time hardbacks are limited and they only happen like when the books first release. And then after about a couple months, you can't get the hardbacks, you have to buy paperback. So most of the time, if you really want those, then you get them, you know what I mean? You do them in limited. So we shall see what happens with that. I think mostly I'm going to probably try to sell my hardbacks directly because the price on Amazon is the price on Amazon. If people want the dust jacket version that I have and will be able to have in stock, I'm going to sell that directly through my TikTok shop, which should be up maybe by the end of this week because I have to get certified by them and everything cleared up. And then I'm going to sell it on my website directly, probably through Square that I'm going to set up on my website this week. So, and start selling my books directly through that because I have an Etsy store, but I put Room Within up there and I have Fractals up there. I think I have Thorns in My Heart up there, but I haven't really been utilizing it because first off, the shipping is ridiculous on Etsy. You know what I mean? Which I understand shipping can be high. Let's not get it twisted. We all know that is true. But it there seems a little extra high in my opinion, especially if you only shipping like one book or something like that. And so I don't know. I'm not really going to be pushing that one too much. It's there, but the shipping's ridiculous. Like, you know what I mean? So you can always get free shipping, but you got to at least put something in the price to make sure you cover shipping. So I'm not sure. I think I'm going to just do it on my website and I'm going to do my TikTok shop and do it that way. And yeah, I think because then I can put in the current shipping prices myself and do that update when prices change or whatever. So I think that's what I'm going to do in that case. Right? Actually, I've been wanting to write a dragon fantasy romance. Obviously, probably a darker inclined one. Probably more of a dark fantasy dragon romance. Because I'm going to start putting out my romance stuff this year sometime that I've been working on. And because I don't, some people who watch my channel may know this or not know this, but I only watch Asian cinema, as far as I only watch Korean, Japanese, and Chinese shows. As far as movies, usually 2, unless it's horror. Then I'm kind of open on horror. I'll watch Western stuff. I stopped watching any Western television post pandemic. I think it was probably 2019 or so. I haven't watched any Western TV since then. So, but that's not nothing overly new. Is that I did watch Western TV growing up, but I always watched Japanese dramas, movies, and anime. I was into that growing up, and I still am. So anime kind of fell off because I just didn't like the direction it was going. And I'm an old head when it comes down to that. So a lot of the old stuff I like, the newer stuff not really my gig. Has to be very specific. Nowadays I'm more Korean and Chinese leaning, as far as like film. Unless it's horror, then I could be open all across the board. But yeah, so that kind of like I've been watching some shows, and I've watched a lot of the Chinese dramas that are fantasy based and use a lot of Chinese mythology, but they're very dragon based. A lot of Asian stuff would be. So I've been really wanting to write one because I've been watching them for years. I'm like, I really want to write one, but I have to see how I want to do that. It's going to be fantasy, obviously dark fantasy. So I want to see if I'm going to make up my own world completely. I probably will. And a lot of my male leads are look like Asian men, but of course the races are different in my world. So, but their features are Asian men because I prefer Asian men. So a lot of my males leads are like that or mixed descent like myself. So I just really want to write one because I do love dragons, and but I really love Asian style dragons and storytelling for fantasy. So I do really want to write one with those aesthetics because like that's all I watch. Like I really do want to do that. That's funny. Let's do a dragon anthology next year. Probably will announce it in January or February. Haven't told anyone else yet, but I'd love to have you if you're interested. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah. Keep me informed. Keep me informed. Definitely, I could really write something for that. Always wanted to do my own anthology. You surely should. You totally should. It will be just a theme of dragons. Yes, I love that. That's actually really cool. I would love to be in on that. So yeah, this whenever you're ready to give me the deeds, I'll totally be all for that. It definitely is. I've been wanting to do a horror anthology, but I'm looking to do something werewolf leaning because I'm really into werewolves. Hence, read Caliostro, you'll see. But I want to do my own werewolf themed anthology because I think werewolves get dissed a lot. I think people don't care about werewolves enough. It's not enough werewolf stuff out there, different takes on werewolves and things. So I want to do an anthology based around that, but I haven't worked out logistics yet. But I definitely will be hitting people up who I know like werewolves. And I feel like I need to do a nonfiction about dragon history. Dragon history is fire. Love it. Yeah, definitely. Plot twist: dragons were vegan. They ate trees. Hey, why not? Right? I think they probably just would have ate people because they were getting on their nerves. I don't think they wanted to eat them because they were appetized tasting. We use sheep bones and toothpicks. That's very true. I'm sure it is. Presentation out of their teeth, right? Right, the ate trees and flying too close to the sun made them evolve to breathe fire. Right. We're going for realism, right? Yeah, they had to get it somehow. It totally makes sense, for real. Or one of them swallowed a match. We're going comedy now. Yeah, that's what werewolves are. I love werewolves. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, true. I mean, yeah, werewolves can fall into horror, paranormal. But they definitely fall into horror. It's just, that horror is quite layered. Oh yeah. All right, Andy. I will check you later. Thanks for popping in. Hey, that's possible. That could happen. Shoot. But yeah, so anyway, let's go ahead and do another sprint so I don't leave. We're just gonna do something, keep it calm, maybe a 20. Let's do a 20. Thank you. Andy, I will see you around. Maybe you'll pop in for the live stream party when I turn 40 and join me for the release of Caliostro. That'd be cool if you pop in. Yep. Yeah, go get beautiful, Andy. I get that beauty sleep. Get the beauty sleep. All right, let me get this banner up here. Let's do a 20-minute sprint. Get done whatever it is you're doing. We'll probably have one more sprint after we have another chat. All right. And ticker on. All right, see you in 20 minutes. And we're back. Let me know how you did in the chat with your work. We're only going to have one more sprint, probably a 15 near the end of it. Oh boy. I did about 732 words that time. Good job, ST. We said goodbye to good old Joe. He is a trooper. Oh boy. So what do I have planned? Well, since this book launch is Thursday and my birthday as well, I'm not a really big celebrate my own birthday type. I love celebrating everyone else's. I make a big deal out of other people's birthdays, parties, and all that. Mm. But for myself, not so much though. So I have one of my favorite desserts in the world are French macaroons. And they're not easy to get because there's not just good ones sold in the stores. I mean, you can go to Wegmans and get them from that bakery, but they sell out a lot and you can't get so many in a pack. And again, the flavors are going to be limited because they only sell certain ones there. But I decided to break down and get myself a bunch. Like close to my age amount. Should last me a little bit. For my birthday. So those are coming through UPS and they will be here this week sometime. I also treated myself to a mini book haul from Wonder Books that I have to go pick up on Wednesday. Hopefully it should be ready by Wednesday. Let's see what happens. They tell me what day to get to the store. So I treated myself to, I think it's about, I want to say 6 books, but I got them for a good deal, like $20 for 6 books. There's some, I like graphic novels, so it's a bunch of graphic novels and 2 novels, I think, in there. More vampire, werewolf leaning and stuff like that. So I'll be picking that up for myself. I play video games, so I got me this game I've been wanting to get for a while. So that, my mom is getting me something. My older brother cooks for me a special meal for my birthday. He's going to make me one of my favorite dishes, which is a harvest bowl. It is a sweet rice that you make, and you have like slices of sweet potatoes in it, sliced avocado, your favorite nut, which mine's pecan. It's one of my favorite vegetables, which is asparagus, and roasted chicken in there. But yeah, so I love harvest bowls. So that's my meal of choice for my birthday. So that's all I'll be doing because I work on my birthday too. So, and when I get home in the evening, I'll do my usual schedule of homeschooling, and then I'll enjoy my evening. I have work the next day. So, but I do get my cake on Wednesday for the book launch party. So I'll be slicing into that. And it's like white cake with a strawberry filling. And the top of it is like black and blue because it's Nightmare Before Christmas themed. So I'll be looking to cut into that. I'm not a big sweets eater. Like I said, my favorite is French macaroons, but I don't ever get them. I think I usually try to have them once a year. So this will be my time this year. I haven't gotten them before that this year. I love cheesecake, but I also never have it. My body does not process sugar well. So I don't generally eat sugary products because of that too. So I usually try to treat myself like at Christmas and my birthday. I'm not a big Valentine's Day person, but I do have a expensive taste. There is the one candy, I think it's also the F, I always forget, it's like Ferrio or something. I think it's Italian. I buy that chocolate. It's the circle ones that have like a hazelnut in it laid over it, and you can get them like a white, a mocha, coffee, regular chocolate, and dark chocolate. I usually like the white chocolate coconut ones. So I like those, but again, I only get them once a year. I usually get a small thing on Valentine's Day of those. So this me eating a piece of cake will be different because I don't usually eat sweets. So that's my birthday plans. And the book releasing is a gift to myself. That was my plan from the start. I was like, I want to treat myself and release my book because I've been putting it off for a couple of years. Caliostro's been done for like 3 years. Cover was there. It was professionally edited by that the second editor, which I did mention about the nightmare editor from the start. Like, it wasn't just that what I paid. So I paid about, I think it was close to $1,200 for this particular book edit because it also came with a critique edit. And it was disappointing to say the least. I think the portion that was the critique edit was about $500 just for that. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, that was sad. I mean, I did my research, but she just didn't work out for me. I think she just didn't give it care, the project particularly, because all her other work seemed fine. And she rushed at the end. It was like a payoff because it was so expensive. So she didn't do it until I guess she got the last payment, which was about a month. Like, say that the manuscript was due at the end of the month, and the last payment I gave her at the beginning of the month. So she had a whole month to do it, but it looks like she did it like in a couple days, and she didn't do her best. Like, she was just swamped or whatever, or she didn't give my project the attention it needed, because she even on the second page or the second page, there was already grammar errors. So we talk about the copy edit part wasn't even done well. So then the critique was half done because she only focused on Allison, who is the second lead, the female lead in the story, because the story is based really around Caliostro. I do have it where the chapters can switch off from Caliostro to be Allison. I don't name them like who's who, but you'll be able to tell. But when you do a critique edit of the story, I expect you to talk about all the aspects. And I just didn't get that from the critique. So I felt like I was cheated money-wise. It is what it is. You pay what you pay. I just wasn't satisfied. So, of course, that was it for her. I found another editor from a recommendation from author friend D.L. Stewart. And I like that editor. He's a fantasy editor. He did great with Caliostro. It already had her edit, which wasn't the best. Of course, I self-edited again after that. It went through another beta reader run, and then it went to him. So it's been gone through, which I'm glad that even so. I will say the only thing I did get out of her edit was that one thing she was right about was like she thought there was too many scenes of Allison like showering or bathing or something. I guess I was given too many details as far as like whenever that happened. So that was the only thing. But I mean, that would probably be me is still in my somewhat learning stages since she edited before I even published anything. I hadn't even published anything, none of my short stories or anything besides my poetry back in the day. So it was, a learning experience on like making sure that you have worked out every single thing in the story as much as possible and did all your self edits before you send it to an editor, of course. So, that was a learning experience. That was quite some time back. But yeah, so I try to look at the bright side of some things, especially when it's talking about working with someone who's doing work for you. And if you don't feel you got your money's worth, I try to, figure out what I did get out of it. So that's what I did get out of it. But it's edited well now. I have 3 editors that I use regular. Well, maybe 2 now, because one I did use her, but her prices did go up a lot. And I was only doing short romances or short erotica with her. And her prices went up a lot. So I really had to okay. But I have 2 other editors who do my stuff. So Aaron Bear and I think my other editor is Mark Paone. I would say his last name wrong. But I keep them in my description section down below. My other editor, who I don't really work with her too much now, but she's good, Kelly. I always say her last name wrong, but I had her linked down in my descriptions as well. And of course, my cover artist is Mark Dusan Markovich. So I keep all their information below in case people are interested in who I work with. And my formatter is Aphrodite Lee. She's really good at that. So I have a whole team of people that made this book come to life. So I am excited for everyone to read it. I was excited to see E.D. Lewis leave a review. He gave it 4.5 stars. So it's really cool to hear other people talk about it. That actually makes me smile. That's the thing for me, for people to read my story, you know? So I'm excited to see other reviews come in, what other people think. I know it won't be everyone's cup of tea. I don't expect that. I don't expect every review to be 4 stars or 5 stars or even 3, because there's going to be people that just don't necessarily, the story doesn't mesh with, and that's fine. But I definitely wasn't going to put out a book that people didn't like it because it was written poorly, or because I didn't pay attention to editing, or because the cover wasn't right, or things that I can completely control. What I can't control is if you like the story or not, because everyone's taste is different. And I think that's fine. You don't have to like the story, but I need to and must give a good product, a good book as the product. The story is going to be what it's going to be. I'm not a I'm not a traditional published author, so I don't have to follow to market exactly. Those are rules they kind of have to follow because they want to sell books, you know, which I understand. But I think when you find your audience, then that's who you're writing to. So you'll find your audience, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to find my audience by being out here and talking and showing people the book. So whoever those people are, welcome. Even if you watch this from the future, then welcome. And yeah, I hope Caliostro does well. I'm going to do my best due diligence with all the information I get from Dale O. Roberts and all my other peers within this community that are extremely helpful. I'm going to take everything I've learned and continue to learn and give my books the best chance that they have. Oh, but yeah, so that's where I am mentally on the whole thing. But I'm ready. Caliostro's ready. And though some people say December isn't the best month to release a book, I figure like, you know, I mean, I don't necessarily know if it matters. I know there's like shipping things that could occur because of like time for that. Now, I'm not worried about buying any copies myself. I have copies to sell directly, you know, but yeah, exactly. It is what it is. Yep. I mean, I'm releasing it in December. I don't care. But yeah, so I'll see the paperback and hardback might be out a day earlier than the release date for the ebook, which is fine. I will contact the ARC readers and see if they could, you know, get some reviews out and see what happens. Hopefully, I could get. That'd be cool to get 10 reviews in the first week. I'd be down for that. I mean, it might take longer than that if I can't get enough of the ARC readers and the Kickstarter backers to do reviews, but that's fine. It is what it is. It's not either way. It's fine as long as people are reading it. You know, you can't expect everybody to leave reviews. Everybody's not on that game. You know. Thank you, SD. I appreciate it. Well, we're going to do one more sprint. So to finish us up close to about 7:15, I'm going to do a 15-minute and then close us out for today. I'm probably planning to stream tomorrow evening and Tuesday. I'm trying to do a whole stream build up to the release of Caliostro. I figured, you know, why not just get in contact with my audience here so that they know what's going on, just in case they've been missing any videos. Talk about the book. I'll probably talk a little bit more about the world of Caliostro in the next stream. It should be fun. I have a fun game planned for the live stream party. So don't be square and be there. Okay. Alrighty, let's do this last sprint for 15 minutes. Let me switch that to 15. I think I put it to 20. Alrighty, I will see you in 15 minutes. And that's time. Let me know how you did with your work in the chat. Take this banner down. Yeah, that's it. I wrote about 365 words that time. Not too bad. Anyway, I haven't been writing because of working on Caliostro stuff, so it was a different change of pace, so to speak, for a while. Because I usually when I'm in writing mode, that's all I'm doing as far as like projects with to do with writing. But I will probably tomorrow when I stream, because my time for streaming tomorrow is going to be iffy because I do I'm a mod for Dale's channel. Me and SD do switch off, so I think it's my week tomorrow to moderate his live stream. So I'm probably going to stream after his live stream ends. Probably only for like an hour and a half because that's my regular week stuff. So I usually have to take my little brother to work. So I drive him because he doesn't drive. So I will be probably streaming later than I did today because it's 5:30 and Dale's streams at 6:15. And the news is usually about an hour. So yeah, probably an hour. I think about an hour or so, roughly. So I probably you'll see the stream. I'll have a link up. I'll probably set it for to be on the safe side 8 o'clock. Then I will stream for about an hour until an hour and a half or so. So that runs until about the time I have to go. So if we stream from 8 to 9:30, that gives me time to get off and go do what I need to do. But yeah, I still want to get on here each night. Oh yeah, you will be gone for a month, but it's fine. I got it either way. Starting mid-December, yeah, I can get it each week. It's fine, as I'm usually there anyway, so it's not a big deal. No, you good. I can do tomorrow. It's not a problem because you did it last week. I got you. Yeah, I needed about an hour. So yeah, it's one of my activities that I do. I love helping out when I can, of course. And I love Dale streams. I'm usually there every week anyway. I was like late the one time. I was like, no. But I was doing mommy things. So it kind of got past the time I should have. But I have my schedule more under control for this week. So it's all good. Most of the time now, me and my daughter, we don't do homeschool on Monday. We switched the schedule. So I'll be good. But yeah, so there's that. But yeah, so I will see you tomorrow if you're over at Dale L. Roberts stream for news, but you should be right. Like, you know. So I'll be over there modding for him. I'll be in the chat. And then I'll be streaming at 8 to 9:30. And then on Tuesday, I'll be streaming in the evening again. And then you already know what Wednesday is. It's the launch party at 9:45 Eastern Direct Time until midnight. We're going to be burning the midnight oil. But yeah, I will see you there, SD, tomorrow. Yeah, of course. So I'll be here tomorrow. I did usually invite some of the other people up on, but they're all busy. So I'll probably just be little me on screen tomorrow. But that's cool. I will see whoever comes along or not here, and I'll be writing. And I'm mostly talking about Caliostro's world because I love talking about that. So anyway, I will see you then. Thanks for being here with friends, and make sure you give the stream a like. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you next time. Stay scared.